Okay, we're going to finish up the year now. Doing what? Doing what?
Providing decimals.
Few little things we need to cover that the 7th grade teachers want us to know before we come up. Well, maybe not necessarily we know it, but we've seen it. Alrighty? Now don't go up there and say, oh, we haven't seen this stuff. You just can't remember it. But you will see it. Dividing decimals. Now, we've done division. And we did our division, blah, 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 right? Blah, 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 blah. And then what did we do? Remember doing that? Remember doing that? Today, as you notice, we've got there's no decimal in the divisor. Outside, in other words. Today there's going to be a decimal outside as well as inside. You've never seen that before. You've never seen dividing with decimals when there's one on the outside and one inside the house. Alright, Brownie? So this is new. But don't freak out, it's not that difficult. It's not that hard. So, there must be just a whole number in the divisor. Now this is all mute, or it's all just if you have a calculator. Because you just punch it in the calculator, right, and then it'll spit it out. But we need to know what the calculator is doing. Because I like to play what if in the whole world there's just not a calculator left. Or you can't find your calculator and you still got to get some division done. You still need to be able to do some division with paper and pencil so you can find out what number you need to do whatever you're doing. Because sometimes you can't find your calculator. So don't just throw up your, oh, I don't know how to do it then, I don't have my calculator. No, you can divide. Go ahead and do it. So, first thing we got to do is there must be a whole number in the divisor. Number 2. Who goes where? Who goes where? No, don't be saying no cowboy and Indian. We don't have a fraction. How do I know who's inside and who's outside?
Something goes on the inside.
The one that you're dividing into the other number is the one on the outside.
Correct, but I've got a sentence here, and it doesn't tell me who goes inside.
The first something
0
goes on
point.
the inside.
Wait, the first one.
How do you read this?
Something. 0.167289.
Divided
By.
by 300ths. Correct? Right. This is getting divided by. So first number, so let's write it here. First number inside. Second number outside. So I'm going to put 0.16. That's a terrible 6. 6, 7, 2, 8, and 0.03 or 300ths on the outside. Is it hard so far? No. Now what did we say in step 1 to get our brains messed up all the very beginning? Do we have a whole number on the outside in the divisor?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I do not have a whole number. I have a decimal number. I have 300ths. I do not have a whole number. I do not have, and 0 is not a whole number. Okay? So, we got a decimal number. We got to do something here.
Round.
I got you round. Move. Move the divisors. Ooh, possession. Apostrophe S. Move the divisors. December.
Decimal.
Decimal. Move the divisor's decimal to the right until it becomes a what? Whoa number. So how far does this guy have to travel to become a whole number?
2 spaces.
1, 2 spaces. Does everybody see that? Everybody see that?
Yes.
Do you see 2 spaces? 2 spaces. Now it's whole number 3. If I move that decimal to right there, it is now whole number 3, and I don't have to have those zeros, right?
Right.
Have I lost anybody yet?
No.
No.
Because I got to go find you before you get too deep in the woods without me.
No.
All right. Oh, wrong color. Ah. The dividends. Dividends. Well, who do you think the dividend is? It's a big fancy word.
Big one.
What
It's
do you divide it
the
into?
In.
It's the one inside the house. Thank you very much. The dividend. The dividend is opposite the divisor. Divisor's outside. Dividends on the inside. Okay? With me, Janana? Okay? The dividends, December, decimal, must now move the same
position.
amount and direction. Because if you move the outside one, you're changing the problem, aren't you? So if you move the outside one, you got to move the inside one so it'll still be the same. Technically, what we're doing is we're Oh, don't blow your heads up right here, you pre-AP looking serious thinking people. Technically, we're multiplying this times 100. So we have to multiply this one times 100 to keep the stuff balanced. Don't worry about that. I'm just telling you mathematically what we're doing when we go loop-loop. Okay?
Kind of like PhD.
Almost. Yes. If I do it to one, I got to do it to the other. Yes, ma'am. So this bad boy's got to move. How far do we move on the outside divisor?
2.
So move this one twice. 1, 2. My new decimal's there, and I'm going to crisscross that one. It's no longer there. I'm going to exit out, because if I leave it, guess what I'm going to want to do? I'm going to move it straight up, and or I'll get confused and go, why do I have 2 dots in there? So X one of them out. We're not using it no more. It's got a new position. I hope it's the last step. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Because we'll run out of room. I've run out of room. You haven't run out of room. You got all that paper right there. Do not mess up in your div. Do not mess up in your div. It's one thing to get the decimal down to the right spot and then mess up our
Division.
Division. In other words, we have to know how to long divide, y'all. Y'all should have learned that in elementary. Been hammering you all year. So, here we go, long division. 3 divides into 0.
Zero's not in it.
No, that's
3 divides into 0.
0 times.
0, but I'm not going to put it up there. It doesn't help me none, okay? Is that all right?
Yes.
3 divides into 1.
Can't do it.
Still won't do it. So I'm not going to write nothing down. I'm just going to keep bumping over. Right, reason? 3 divides into 16. Finally, I can do something, right? Where am I putting the 5? Above the 6. This is our quick long division review also here. Since we're dividing now into 16, the 5 goes above the 6. We go reverse here. 5 times 3, 15. And here we go. Subtract 1. Bring down the next number, 17.
5 again.
3 divides into 17. 5. It goes above the 7. 5 times 3.
15.
15. 3.
No.
2.
Somebody yelled 3. 2. Way to catch it. 2. 3 divides into 22.
7.
7. 7 times 3.
21.
21. Minus
1.
1.
18.
Still got another number. 3
6.
divides into 18. 6 times 3.
18.
Any leftovers? Any more numbers coming? If I had leftovers, what would I do?
Casper 0.
Casper 0, bring it down. If I had more leftovers, Casper 0, bring it down. Correct? But I don't have any leftovers. We're done, except like we already knew how to do, this decimal new one goes straight up. And there is our dividing of decimals by a decimal.
Teachers, please pardon this interruption. I need all students who will be going to the TCU Talent Search Field Trip today. Please come to the office. Please bring your signed permission slips. Thank you.
Okay? Is that any of y'all?
What's that?
Is it any of you? Then we're not going to worry about it. All right, here we go. Let's draw us our box. Who's inside?
108.
Right there? Is that okay? Brownie, is that okay? All right, you were gone there for a second to feed the pan. Who's outside?
2.7.
2.7. All right, let's start dividing.
It's a decimal.
No.
They're both whole.
Oh, I got a whole number, he says. I can divide.
Yeah,
you still
but
have 0.7.
just a whole number.
Yeah, I got whole number 2, but I got a decimal hanging on his hiney too. I want just a whole number, not a whole number and a decimal. Okay, Bubby? Oh, fake my friend out here. All right, just a whole number. So this bad boy's got to move. How far?
2 spaces.
How many spaces?
Move it until it's
Till it's a whole number. And how far does it have to move to make a whole number? 27. 1 time. This one had to move twice to get all the way next to the house. So move this one just 1 to get to the house. So the inside one moves
1.
1. New place. Hadley.
You forgot to cross out the old decimal.
I don't worry about that one out there. I'll worry about this one in here. Okay? Now I got whole number 27. Divides into 10.8. All right. Here we go. 27 divides into 1. 27 divides into 10.
0.
27 divides into 108.
5.
5? 4?
4, yeah, 4.
4? 4 times 7.
108.
4 times 7.
28.
28. Carry my 2. 4 times 2.
8. 9,
8.
10.
Plus 2. 10.
0.
Any leftovers?
No.
Do I need to add zeros? Only if I have leftovers and I've run out of numbers. Decimal, my new decimal goes straight up 4/10. Boy,
Boy.
we're good. Now what if they put it in a story, Austin? I don't know. Read the story to us and we'll find out.
Oh.
So you better move. Hang on. Got a picture going over there. Then you gotta read it loud so you'll be on the picture show for next year, okay?
We drove 315.5 miles and used 11.4 gallons of gas. What was my miles per gallon?
Ooh, rate. Do you remember rate?
No.
We just did a STAR test that had rate on it. Rate. I hope it was on it.
I don't think so.
Rate, not ratio, rate.
Miles per hour?
Miles per hour is rate. Miles per gallon, rate.
Oh, yeah.
I remember.
Lean against that so you'll be steady.
But I am steady.
Oh, bullcorn.
And this is not.
What do we do with rate? What do we do with rate? If it was money, what would we do? Divided the number by the, or the money by the, which did we do? Money divided by the number. Because I said 3 cans of green beans. Remember me telling about 3 cans of green beans at Walmart for $1.25. I don't want 3 cans, I want 1 can. I want to know how much that is. We took the money, divided it by the number. What if it was just numbers, what did I say? Big number got divided by the smaller number. Will that work on this rate right here? Because it's not talking about money. So what's the big number? 315 and 5/10.
11.4.
11 and 4/10 outside. Let's divide. No. I need a whole number outside. I need that to be 114. So it's got to move. So this guy moves.
1. And there is no decimal.
Oh, yes, there is.
Well,
I'm going to go ahead and draw him, okay? Is that all right? I'm going to go ahead and draw him. All right. Whew, this one, big number, 114 divides into 3.
0.
114 into 31. 114 divides into 315. Twice. 3 would be too big because 3 times 11 is 33. I need 31, right? So it's going to have to be twice, right, Reason? Been a tough morning on you this morning. You got a daydream. Slept till about noon yesterday and 1, 2 today too. You did, didn't you? You did? What time did you get up yesterday?
Like 7 with Haley.
Haley, you're mean. Golly. All right, here we go. 2 times 4. 2 times 4.
8.
Thank you. Some of us aren't smart enough to multiply the whole thing in our head. We got to do it piece by piece, okay? 2 times 1. 2 times 2. All right, now let's minus. 2 times 1 is 2. I probably said it wrong. 7.
8.
8. All right.
0.
And 0. I'm not going to put a 0 down.
Sorry, I was just throwing something out there.
Got to get everybody with us. Got a lot of visiting going on. Not watching.
Just spitballing.
5. Still got another number, so here we go. 114 divides into 875. It's going. 8's too big. Do we want to try 7? 8 would give us 88 right there, and I need 87. See how I know that? Oh, okay. 7 times 4. 7 times 4. 28. Someone keeps doing the whole multiplication. Some of us can't, y'all. 7 times 4 is 28. Carry my 2. 7 times 1 plus 2, 9. 7 times 1. All right. Seven.
No, 7.
7 and 0. Now, I've got leftovers and I've run out of numbers. Casper 0, and let's keep trying it. I got a 77. 7's going to be too big because 7 times 4 is 28. Carry my 2, so that's going to be 79. Too big, so let's try 6. 6 times 4.
24.
Carry my 2. 6 times 1 plus 2.
8.
6 times 1.
6.
6.
8.
8.
Oh my gosh.
7. What was 7 a minute ago, so I don't have to multiply? I already got a 7 up here. 700. 798. I'm still going to have leftovers, right?
It would just go on.
At this point, I notice I have gone 2 places, 100ths, past the decimal. I'm going to shut her down, even though I still got leftovers. I want you to shut her down 2 places past the decimal if it keeps going. Is everybody with me on that? All right? So, what is our miles per gallon?
27.
I'm getting about 27.6, 0.7 miles for every gallon in my car.
Well,
Kill it,
gallon.
Dave.